What is dominant in the papers this morning actually is just the suspension of the strike. And that is what we'll be touching on, even though we'll be looking into that in detail later on in the course of the program. But some would say that they had seen it coming, that Labour would not go on strike. That is their usual way. Even though they had said people should stock up, this was going to be the mother of all strikes. They were ready to go. In fact, last week, Friday, they refused to meet with government. But we saw that there was some level of engagement between Saturday, I think, and Sunday into yesterday. And we also saw that some of the agreements reached with the federal government were part of what the president put forward in his address to the nation on Sunday. And some would say that there was basically nothing new in what was said or done. It was just to force the hand of government to perhaps get the attention of government, to force the hand of government to perhaps put some specifics. Because if you look closely at the 15 agreements reached in the MOU signed, we saw that there were specifics to some of the things that Labour and federal government agreed on.
Well, it's a breakthrough, no doubt. it's a breakthrough somehow, really, But I know yesterday I just didn't want to be drawn into, making a bet or staking a claim that, the strike would not happen. Because, yes, you said it all. It is a path that we've all, been walking. It has become a familiar, scenario for Labour to threaten to go on strike. And, just at the last minute or the night before, you can be sure that crucial meetings would hold and, as the announcement would be made that, okay, we want to temporarily suspend our decision to go on strike. And that was what we see play out. Only yesterday we were speaking with an analyst about, his take on the issues on ground, the issues for NLC and its affiliates, because, many Nigerians are mindful of the hardship it will incur. We have such a peculiar situation in the country. And again, when you look at the crop of Nigerians that NLC or Labour seems to be fighting for, but what struck me this time around, with the mention now, the fact that NLC appears to be listening to, sentiments on the ground about private sector.
Absolutely.
And that is, you could
say
it is reflected there in the 15-point agreement. Of course, there's a 30-day mandate, which also gives an impression that there will be some more communication, there will be some more monitoring.
Engagement.
Yes, and because that is also crucial. And of course, the role of the state government so that it does not end on
clearly
the table.
spelled out here.
Yes, it doesn't end on the table of the
federal government,
but state government will be urged to do the needful, because as we see now, the terms are clearly spelled out that these financial wage
award
is specifically for federal government. So it now behoves on federal government workers. So it now behoves on state governments, and even to trickle down to local government staff, yes. And private sector too,
as well.
for all these.
One thing that gladdens my heart here is the tax waivers that the private sector too will be getting at the end of the day. But we need to know the specifics as well as to what kinds of waivers they will be getting at the end of the day. But